Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So like you all know that previously on we have started a new tutorial series of C++ in which we have covered up many tutorials and many things, and I hope you enjoyed all the videos which we have covered up yet in C++. So today's video will be really different from the other videos which we have created yet in this series, because in this video I will be telling you that what is enumeration in C++, which is having a short form of enum. So I'll be telling you basically how to use enumeration in C++, what is the work of enumeration, how we use it, what are the elements we have to use in it, why we use all the things I'll be telling you about enumeration in this video. So I hope you'll be enjoying this video from start, in which I'll be telling you about enumeration in C++. So if you enjoy this video and if you understand this amazing tutorial here, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell as well so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel in future. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and like I've told you in start that today in this video I will be telling you that what are enumeration in C++, how to use enumeration. And if we talk about enumeration here, so enumeration is having a short form called enum. So if we talk about that what are enums in C++, so an enum is a special type that represents a group of constants, unchangeable values. To create a enum, use the enum keyword followed by the name of the enum and separate the enum items with a comma. Means if I want to use enum, so basically enum is a special type that represent the group of constants and it is an unchangeable value. So to create an enum, we have to use enum keyword, which is followed by the name of the enum and separate the enum items with a comma. So this is the example that how you can use enum keyword to add different enum and how you can separate different enums with a comma. Like this you can do it. So note that note that the last item does not need a comma. It is not required to use uppercase, but often considered as good practice. Enum is short for enumerations, which means specifically listed. So the note is that they're saying in last item you don't need to use comma, because obviously if I'm writing a last item here, so we don't have to use comma in the end also. And it is not required to use uppercase letters, means if you're adding any enum value, so you don't have to add any uppercase letter, but you can consider it as a good practice here. So enum is short form for enumeration, and enumeration means specifically listed. To access the enum, you must create a variable of it. Inside the main method, specify the enum keyword followed by the name of the enum level and then the name of the enum variable, my var, or you can say my var in this example, or my variable in this example, enum level my variable. Now that you have created an enum variable, my variable, you can assign a value to it. The assigned value must be one of the items inside the enum, low, medium or high. Enum level my variable equal to medium. By default the first item low has value 0, the second medium has the value 1, etc. Means it is saying when you're using enum, so to create to access enum, you should be creating a variable of it, and after creating the variable you have to use main method inside it, and you have to specify enum keyword there, and you have to specify the enum keyword followed by the name of the enum level, and then you have to name the enum variable. Like they are using my variable in this example, and we will be also using the same name of my enum variable, which is my variable. Then if you have created a enum variable, you can assign a value to it, and the assigned value must be one of the items which you are using inside the enum. Means I cannot use any other value which I have already not used in my you can say enum. So I have to use same value which I have used already in my enum. So you have to use that assigned value. That if I'm using medium, so I have to use that medium previously as well, so that I can use that item in my enum here. And if you want to use like enum with another variable, so you can also do that. And by default the first item has the value 0, means if you will be printing the first item in your enum, so you will be getting the value output as 0. If you print it second, so you will be getting 1, because it starts from 0. In C++ the counting starts from 0, so that's why the first variable is in integer called as 0, then the second one, then 2, and like this, etc. Then if you talk about that, if you now try to print my variable, it will output 1, which represent medium, because I am only printed second output which is medium, so medium indicate 1, so that's why the output you will be getting will be as 1 here. Then if you want to change value, so as you know the first item of and enum has the value 0, so the second has the value 1, and so on. Means if you know the first item of an enum has a value 0, so obviously the second value will be 1, and it will be going on soon. So to make more sense of values, you can easily change them. You can change by using these all things here. And note, if you assign a value to one specific item, the next items will update their numbers accordingly, and these are the numbers which will be updated accordingly here. And if you want to use a switch statement in enum, so you have to use, like, enums are often used in switch statements to check for corresponding values, and these are the corresponding values which you can use here in enum. And why and when to use enums, like where and why you have to use enum, so you can read it, that why we have to use enum. So these are some examples which I have told you here. So now starting from the first example, that we need to understand how we can create a enum here. So like this you can do it. So I'll be copying this example and I'll be just moving on to Replit IDE, and after moving on to Replit IDE, I will be opening my previous REPL which I have created, and then after opening it, I will be removing all the things, and I'll be just giving the name to my REPL here, which is like enumeration, like this. And then after doing this, I'll be pressing enter, and after pressing enter, you can just see all the things has been appeared. I'll be removing all the things from this file because right now I don't need it. So just you have to remove all the things, and then you need to also see that your console is running or your output is running or not. So just you can see my REPL is working now. So we have to remove all the things here. Right here, include IOStream, like this. And after doing same thing, I'll be just moving down and I'll be writing using namespace std. And then we have to move down here, and then I will be writing init main, make parenthesis here, curly braces, and paste all the things which you have copied. If I run it, so now obviously you will be getting nothing in the output, because right now I'm only printing the enum values, but I am not printing it using const value, so the output will be coming as empty. So that's the thing. Now I'll be moving to my file again, and if I use these things with this thing here, like this, so now you will be getting a different variable or different output here. So I'll be just copying here the things like this, and then I will be moving on to like Google Chrome again, and I will be pasting like this. After doing it, I'll be saving this file, and if I run, you can just see the value we will be getting printed as error. So why we are getting an error? Because right now I'm using my variable here like this, and when I'm using it, so I should be using it under this thing. So paste it here now, save it again, and if I run it again, so you can just see now the output we are getting is an error which is saying that init main has already been used. So I will be just doing one thing, like I'll be removing this thing here. So if I run this thing like this, so after running, the output we are getting is error. Why we are getting an error? Because right now we have not defined the values of our enum variable. So these are the levels here, so I'll be defining these values here like this, paste it here, and now we will be getting nothing, error. We will be only getting the output. Press run. After running, you can just see the value we are getting is 1. Why we are getting the output 1? Because right now in this enum value we have defined medium in our my variable, so that's why when I'm printing my variable, so I'm getting the output as 1, because medium consider the value as 1, low is 0 and medium is 1, and if we talk about high, so it is 2. If I write in the place of medium as low, so now the output you will be getting as 0. So if I run it here, now you will be getting the output as 0, you can just see. And if I change low to high, so now the output you will be getting is 2. So I will be now just running it here, and you can just see the output we are getting is 2. So like this, you can just see we are getting different output printed here in our console, and you can also do the same thing here. So I hope you understand that how we are getting different outputs printed and how we are using these all things here. So what I'm going to do is I'll be just moving down, and if you want to access enum, so you have to create a variable like we have done, and we have also done these things here. Then if I want to add these things here, so I can use this value here, so that I can get different output of the values which I am using here. So what I'm going to do is I'll be pasting in place of these things here, then run it again, and after running, you can just see the output we are getting is again an error, because we are using init main here. So that's the thing, I don't have to use it again. Save it, but we have used return 0 as well. Remove this as well. Then you have to run it, and after running, the output we are getting is 50. Why we are getting the output 50? Because right now I'm defining the value as 50, means as medium. So in medium we have written the value as 50, equal to 50, so that's why when I'm printing here, so we are getting the output as 50 printed, because right now I've written medium equal to 50, that's why. So I hope you understand that how we are getting different outputs printed and how we are using enumeration in C++ here. So I hope you understand this video in which I have told you that how to use enumeration in C++, how to use enum values, how to use the elements of enum values, how you can assign the value in enum variables or in enumerations here. So if you have understand this video of enumeration in C++, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading in future. So I'll be meeting you next project or in next tutorial using these all amazing languages here. So for today, goodbye.